wiring diagram for my relay. So I'm all good to go with that respect. Gather my tools up here. Using those. Okay, so I gotta work on the switch here first. Hopefully I can get this up in the air a nice distance without too much of a problem. Up we go. Yeah, that's about the maximum right there. I'm hoping I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, that'll work. Pretty stable. Alright, we're good. We're good. Oh, that took a lot of energy. Which is good. I had this big box of wire. It's communication cable, basically phone line. I believe Cody gave this to me, if I remember correctly. And I got lots of it. Lots and lots and lots of wire here. Good enough for what I need it for. Now the nice thing is, I try that again. Nice thing is, the switch is low current, so I don't need any thick wire. So this is adequate for that. As the switch is running a relay, and the relay is going to be the circuit that takes all the current. Kind of thinking. I can't take the seat off now that it's up in the air. As if I do, all that weight might make the front come down. So, just gonna have to leave a little extra, I guess. And do that once the monster's up. Okay. Zip ties. If you get any ideas there, Dexter. No peeing. Oh. That's kind of cool. The monster's existing wiring is on top of the frame. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if I can get that in there. Get that to go all the way through. Can't see any of it. Go straight. Aha. There's part of it. Nice. I'd rather have too much wire here than not enough. And if I can get this through here, perfect, because the battery's right there. It's right beside the battery. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going out the other side? I want you out this side so I can see what you're doing. Oh! Alright. Straight. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. That's exactly what I wanted. There. So, estimate. And it should be more than enough. Next thing I got to do I'm really impressed in how this frame's set up. It's very nice. I think it's one of the best features from us we've got. A good strong frame. Where are you going? You're going up, but you're not coming out anymore. Here. Again, why am I not seeing it? That's why. That was harder than it needed to be. Stick it back in the hole. There. How down does this go? Oh, I have to put it at the top. I don't want to do that. I want to take that thing apart. I'm gonna have 2 connections on it. Okay, got to do it, then I got to do it. Okay, this makes a nice purple wire. This is what I salvaged from Zach's truck, the wiring harness. I want to check it, make sure it's good, no breaks in it. my meter go? Good. Wiring's good on that. Guess maybe I should solder these. Got my soldering iron in and wait. Guess I should have anticipated this and plugged it in earlier. But I'm not good at anticipating what I'm going to do next. So I have to live with it. And yes, it's heating up. Wow. Unbelievable how much rust is on this thing. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna touch up my paint a little bit, cover up some of that rust. Open tubes there. That's not a good thing. Little holes that allow the salt to get in. I need to be too specific on it, but I want to get the parts that I can see. They're obviously rusty. I can see all the paper can see them too. Wow. Alright. Sorry, 950 good now. Turn the connectors off of here. I wonder if I have any heat shrink tube in that side. I don't think I have any. Okay, apparently I don't. I got a couple pieces, but they're still too big. Oh, I'll have to go with these. Which one? Electrical tape. go. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of play room. Eventually someday I'll be taking this cover off. I'll be able to make more of a permanent mount with the wires rattling all over the place. Solder those. Stick watch. Take these up. So, make it tight. Just to make sure everything stays in place. Okay, I need a small one. I will zip tie it to the existing zip ties. Works for me. And that's going to get pulled up through. So that, okay, so that's good. Now I can set the monster down. Carefully. Extension cord out of the way. Oh, that's the part I don't like. I should check this out while I got this up, but let's see. That steel plate is on an angle. That's why it's tilted like that. Wow. There. I'm too heavy when it's up like that. Wow. Okay, put these away. Yeah, it's something I can do today. Go look for thumb screws for this before I put everything back together permanently. Okay. Now I gotta find it. There it is right there. So which side is coming up? Wiring. The wiring's all down there. Comes up that way anyways. Melt amongst the panel. This fuse here, I don't even know what size it is. I guess I should actually wait. No, that's not going to be anywhere near long enough. I went for another bike ride, second one of the year. I'm not going to bore you with another follow along. That took a lot of work to do that, and I just really don't feel like doing that this time. But during the trip, I was talking about the forecast for this summer, what the weather's supposed to be like, and the forecasters really aren't sure how to figure it out. And the reason for that is a couple years ago we had a very strong El Nino, kind of, I don't know if it was record breaking, but it was very close to it for its strength. And then last summer we had the opposite, La Nina, and that kind of affected us quite a bit. Pretty sure that's why we had such a mild winter this year compared to what it usually is, because we're under the influence of that. Now, if you don't know what El Nino and La Nina are, that's the ocean currents. El Nino is when the warmer weather or warmer water and a different side of the ocean, Pacific Ocean, the winds blow the warm water to one side, and then the reverse happens. It blows the warm water to the other side. One of them's El Nino, one of them's La Nina. I don't remember which one's which. But apparently this cycle happens every, I think it's 5 to 11 years or 7 to 11 years or something. It's not supposed to be that frequent. Well, after having La Nina last year, we are starting another El Nino already. And this is the first time since weather records and stuff began that this has ever happened. So because of that, forecasters aren't really sure what we're in for this summer, but they have predicted, what was it? I don't think they said anything about precipitation, but it's the middle of the country, kind of where I am, will see cooler than normal conditions, and East Coast and West Coast will see about normal. So I'll kind of see what happens with that, but like I say, they're not sure. As far as my bike ride goes, it wasn't a real problem getting out this time. I think I was physically a little more prepared for it. Unfortunately, it turned out to be my worst bike trip ever that I can think of anyways. The weather, they're predicting storms for I think all week or whatever, predicting storms for tonight or this particular night, and the day before it had changed to just rain, no more storms. So I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna go out, as the rain's supposed to start about 11:30 p.m. So that's perfect for me. That's a good time. So I'm just kind of sitting there taking a break, and I'm thinking I hear thunder. So I'm thinking, oh no, don't tell me that's coming. So I looked at my watch. It's only 8:30, so it's 2 hours early. And so I turn the data on my phone, and I look, and there's a thunderstorm over Hanover. Only over Hanover. It was kind of funny, actually. So I took a screenshot of it just to show it, because I think it's kind of neat. But it lasted for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes or whatever. But first of all, they weren't supposed to get storms. They changed their mind about that, and they show up anyways, and now they're 2 hours early. So anyways, everything kind of calmed down after that, and everything seemed good. And later, I'm not sure what time the actual rain started, but it stormed all night. Thunder and lightning the whole night. It wasn't just rain. And the problem is, when it did rain, it was really, really heavy and really, really cold. So I wasn't expecting it to be that cold, and because it was so heavy, I got soaked in no time. And I wasn't really prepared for it. I expected to get wet, and I wear the dry clothes on the way home, so you know, I get wet. But I wasn't expecting it to be that cold. Now, unfortunately, the only protection I had was a garbage bag. So I spent at least an hour squatting under a garbage bag waiting for the rain to ease up a little bit. And by the time it did, it was like my legs were just toast from squatting. I could barely stand up. And because I was shivering so much, it took all my energy, it wore out all my muscles. And it took me about 2 hours to get home. I had nothing left. I had to take so many breaks. And I'm just kind of wondering if I'm going to be able to do this anymore. If this is going to be my last year being able to bike. That'll really, really suck. But hopefully, I can still get out of town with the Monster, which is the plan. But it won't be the same thing. It won't be the same as biking in the rain for sure. So I'll have to see what happens. This is only my second trip this year, so we'll see what the future holds. A couple days later, when I was able to get out of bed finally, I went for my trail tour on the S950, and we have storm risk for today. So I'm watching the weather and looking to the west, and I'm seeing these really, really neat looking clouds. So I had to stop and get them on video. Really fluffy. Scary looking, but fluffy. Pretty. So this is also the day that I first show the construction site where the gravel pit used to be. All around the tree line back there, they've excavated all the way back to the tree line. There was all concrete wall at one point, and there was some grass. I always thought that would make a really, really nice place for a campground back in the back there, but they've excavated all the way back to the tree line. So it'll be interesting to keep watching, see what's going on. I guess I should also mention, not only have they excavated all the way back to the trees, but they're also filling in the pit. So I'm not sure at this point where they're getting the dirt from, but they're filling it in. It's not a it was lower than the road surface originally, and it's about even, or maybe even a little higher right now. So I'm just sitting here for a few minutes watching them. I decide it's time to go, and scooter don't move. So I look, and sure enough, it's in error mode. So reaching down, playing with the wires on the brake unit, keep starting it up, shutting it off, starting it up, shutting it off, and it's not getting out of error code. So I get off the scooter and I go down and take a look, and another wire has come off the brake switch. Last time it was a negative wire, this time it's the positive wire. So it's not a huge deal. I can get it going. the only time the controller takes a look at the brake is when you stop. So basically what I'm doing is I take the wire and hold it against the terminal on the switch and turn the scooter on. And if it's not in error mode, then I hit the throttle, start it moving. Oh, I forgot to, I put it in the low speed, turn the knob all the way down so it's going at slowest speed. And then once I turn it on and it's not in error mode, then I hit the throttle, it starts moving, and I'll no longer check the brake. So I can let go and jump on the scooter and drive away. And that'll be good. That'll get me home. I just can't stop. As soon as I stop, it's going to look for the brake and it's not going to see it, and it's going to go into error mode again. So it's an easy fix, it's just really annoying. So this is what I'm watching this guy for. There's his Hanover right here, where the mouse is. And we're getting kinda spotty stuff. There's nothing totally organized, you could say. All this whole area, there's stuff just popping up and disappearing. You just don't know what's coming. It's just crazy. So if it's an actual storm, it's not so bad. But when it's broken up like this, you really don't know what to expect, and you can't plan for it. So the warnings are just a little south of us. A special weather statement. Conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms that may be capable of producing strong wind gusts and large hail. Scattered thunderstorms are expected to develop and move eastward across parts of the regions this afternoon. Some of these storms may contain wind gusts of 90 kilometers per hour and hail 2 to 4 centimeters. Yuck. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so here's what we got right now. Widespread thunderstorm risk. Rain to Tuesday. Here's how much to expect. And the rainfall amounts don't really look like a whole lot, but it is in there. And for Tuesday evening, I get basically what we got right now. It's 16 degrees, dropping down to 11 overnight. And temperatures just really, they're getting up there, which is nice. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. I'm going to end this video with this. The severe storms roll through southern Ontario. These pages always take a long time to load. Okay, upper low continues to bring unsettled conditions to southern Ontario with severe thunderstorm watches in effect across the region. It continued into Monday from southwestern Ontario through the Nickel Belt. The reports of hail in the London and Peterborough areas, which is all around us. Through the afternoon hours, watches and warnings and this and that were in place. So this is where the biggest risks were. Hanover right there, right on the edge of it. And this activity is expected to continue. I'm just waiting for the advertisement on the video to finish. So I'll let you listen to this.
Across northern Ontario, so some active weather along that. The west still pretty quiet, also quite warm. Above seasonal British Columbia and Alberta. But you can see here around the Great Lakes region in through southern Quebec, widespread shower and thunderstorm risk, and all being driven by this upper level low pressure system that continues to sit in its place, moving slowly to the east and has that counterclockwise circulation around it. But the west continues to stay quite warm. Sunshine, BC south.
So as of today, this is the state of the monster.